From the Swedish Genealogy Guide, I'm Jeff Morris, and in this lesson I'm going to read through a Swedish birth and christening entry from 1771. This example comes from Everlöv Parish in Malmöhus County, and the entire entry has been written in a Gothic form of cursive handwriting, which is a challenge for a lot of people who do Swedish research in this time period. I'm going to introduce you to a couple tools that should make that easier. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is get used to how the record is organized. In looking at these pages, we can see that there are these days and months that have been underlined that are used to show where each entry begins. So these two pages have 10 birth and christening entries on these two pages. Let's zoom in and look at one of these examples closer. The first word we see is the word anno, which is a Latin word which means in the year of. So it's in the year of 1771. This D is an abbreviation for the word den, which means on. And then we have the 29th, and then the next word is januari, meaning January, and there are 2 dots over the Y. Let's use the Gothic handwriting tool to decipher the next word. So from my experience, I know that the word is spelled with, it begins with a lowercase d, and it's followed by a O with the 2 dots over it, which is the and then it's a P, T, E, S. If you were doing this for the first time and you went to the Gothic handwriting tool, you'd go to the home page of the Swedish Genealogy Guide, click on links. We'll scroll down to the handwriting and then click on Gothic handwriting tool. From here, you would type in the letters according to what you can see. So I'm going to put in D, P, T, E, S. And this is showing me how these letters would look written in a Gothic cursive handwriting. And then what you can do is I'm just going to move this over and put them side by side to show you that it's actually a very close match. And so you type it into the one tool and then you go back and look at the entry and you can see that they actually look very close, which would help you decipher that you have the spelling right. The next word is the word et, E-T-T, which means one or a. And then we have another word where the first letter is kind of smudged. You're not quite sure what it is. And then we see A-R-N. And so in this case, I'm going to show you another tool to be able to figure out what this word is. So I go back to the homepage of the Swedish Genealogy Guide. I click on the word dictionaries, and then I click on Swedish Historical Dictionary Database, SHDD. I scroll down. The nice thing about this database is you can do a partial word search, or in this case, an ending search. So I click on the field that says ends with, and then I just type in A-R-N. And then we're working in birth and christening records, so I'm going to go to category, I'm going to click on birth, and run the search. I scroll down and we saw that there's only a single letter in front of the ARN. So barn would be the one that would make the most sense here, meaning child or infant. And if you wanted, you could go through the other 7 entries and see that there aren't any other words that have just a single letter in front of it. So barn is the right word here. The next word is med, M-E-D, which means with. And then the next word is det, D-E-T, which means that. And then the next word is namnet, N-A-M-N-E-T. So we put this into context, and what he wrote here was that on the 29th of January was baptized a child with the name. And then the child's name has been underlined, and the name she was given was Sina. The next word is ekta, A-K-T-A, which means married. And then the next word is föräldrarna, which is a plural of parents. So we have F-Ö-R-A-L-L-D-R-A-R-N-E. The father's name is Jöns Andersson, and the word och means and then it's Hanna Jöns dotter. It's the name of the mother. The next word is bars, B-A-R-S, which means was carried. And then the next word is till, T-I-L-L, meaning to. And then we have the word dopet, D-O-P-E-T, meaning the baptism. And then we have the word av, which is A-F. And then we have an abbreviation, H-U, and there's the mark over the U to help us identify that, S-T, which stands for hustru, meaning wife, or in this case, Mrs. And her name is Bengta. Now, this guy didn't write her last name. Instead, what he did was he wrote her husband's name. So we have Bengta, and then it's Jöns Olssons, meaning the wife of Jöns Olsson. The next word is från, F-R-O-N, and so she is from a place called Vebberöd. The next word is faddrar, F-A-D-D-R-A-R, meaning godparents, and the godparent here is Anders Olsson. The letter I means at or by, and then we have a place name, which is Everlöv. And Everlöv, in this case, is the village of Everlöv, which is within the parish of Everlöv. The next word is och, which means and then we have Jöns Olsson. And he is från is the next word, F-R-O-N, meaning where he's from, and he's also from Vebberöd. The next word is F-Ö-D-E-L-S-E, födelse, which means birth. And then we have the word dagen, D-A-G-E-N, so the birthday. And then the abbreviation D for on, the 27th. And then we have a Latin word, iusdom, which means of the same, referring back to January. And so this child was born on the 27th of January and christened on the 29th. And then the next word is orten, O-R-T-E-N, meaning the place where the child was born. And this child was born, the parents were living in Everlöv at the time of the birth. Okay, well, I hope this has helped you get familiar with Gothic handwriting, and that these tools that I've shown you will help you in your getting used to this. If you appreciate this content, I would be grateful if you would give it a like or share it through one of the social media channels. Thank you.